to Mindset Performance Week, and today we're going to be joined by Niall McInnes, who runs his own performance mindset coaching business, and we're going to be going on a little adventure to one of his favourite places to trek along, get some fresh air and do some exercises along the way to get us in the mindset so that we can tackle anything. Here with Niall McInnes from Upwards Focus, and we're heading out on a little day trip today to crash through some barriers and start feeling really good and really positive and in the right mindset. So hey Niall, tell us a bit about what you do.
So I'm a performance mindset coach. I've got a base in hypnotherapy and NLP and emotional freedom techniques, and now I've sort of directed myself from one-on-one coaching more into retreats, taking men on, well, not men and women now, but taking people on retreats and having them experience the world and doing mindset work while normally out in nature, normally out while clean eating, and taking them away from the city and their normal environment to make sort of massive breakthrough changes.
Yeah, wow. Well, let's get going.
Cool, let's do it.
So here we are, trying to cross the block in the road, literally, but it seems like quite an appropriate metaphor for what we're working on at the moment. And, you know, we've talked about if you are feeling blocked, then pull in the right resources and make sure that, you know, you've put things in place and plans in place to ensure success. So we've built up around where we're planning to drive over and, you know, making sure that it's going to be a success. Oh shit! Crashing. And I'm here with Niall. Can you tell me a bit more about who would be keen on coming on one of your treks? And let's be honest, who wouldn't be keen?
Yeah, so this is my little secret spot. We're out past Hillsville a little bit, and so the reason I brought you out here is because we run men's retreats, well, it's men and women now, but mainly men's retreats out into the bush, out in nature, to get out of Melbourne, out of the city. Now people are travelling from other cities as well to come to Melbourne to do our retreats, and we just get people into nature. We involve, it's mind, body, soul sort of retreats. So myself and Andy, we run the retreats together. He's got a few sessions with some clients today, so he couldn't be here, but we're both performance coaches.
Yep.
He works with fighters and V8 supercar drivers, professional Muay Thai fighters and kickboxers. And so we take men out into nature to experience sort of the spiritual side of what is being masculine, and then we involve a bit of fitness, clean eating. We get our own fresh water from Mount Donabawang, which is about, well, it's probably about 20 kilometres from here, but about half an hour's drive to get there.
Yep.
And we involve clean eating and exercise and a lot of mindset work on breaking through barriers and blockages.
So, Niall, tell me about how you actually got into this field of taking people out on adventures and mindset work.
Okay, so long story short, I was challenging my own masculinity and my fears and got into adventure travel, loved that. Got into bull riding, loved that. Got into kickboxing, had a few fights, loved that. I love the feeling of being alive, and through a few different journeys ended up into mindset techniques to get better for sport. Through hypnosis, learned a few things, learned how to do mindset techniques on other people.
Yep.
I learned I had a bit of a gift for it. Along the way, went through some rough times myself and went on a men's retreat where I had to face uncomfortable situations here around Melbourne in a very similar situation to what we do now.
Yep.
Love that feeling of being so raw and authentic and sharing secrets with men that never met, and sharing those things you never said to anyone.
Yep.
And involving all those different passions now of just getting uncomfortable, feeling fear and doing it anyway, of growing, of doing mindset work and breakthroughs, and getting into nature.
Yeah,
and
doing it with a beautiful background.
Yeah, and so that's the combination of all the things I love. And along the way, I met a guy, Andy Traff, who does similar mindset work, and he does very similar passions, and we formulated this AREFAY, which is these retreats. Also, though,
your retreats and what they might get out of it?
So we started the retreats just for men to do, like, I guess, get men out of the city and get into their masculinity, because I think it's something that most men, especially in the city, probably haven't had that initiation from boyhood to manhood, and to show them their sort of power and to get them into nature. But lately we've run a few retreats with women as well, and soon we'll run just women's retreats, but our focus still is mainly on men, and especially men sort of 25 to 50, I suppose, all men of ages, but most importantly those that are feeling a bit stuck and feel like they need to make a big change in their life, maybe to face some of their fears a little bit, but also chase their dreams a bit more.
And so can you tell me a little bit more about how your sessions run?
Sure. Well, I do one-on-one sessions with people as well, and I'll go through a number of things, but out here in the same way, often if we're going to do mindset work, we'll do fitness training and often push people to the fitness edge where they're a bit uncomfortable. And we do that because when you're at that level where you're uncomfortable physically, your mental barriers tend to come out. So I like to get people to that point where they're starting to say I can't, and find out where else in their life they're saying they can't, and then working through those barriers. So a lot of us just standing side by side and talking if we're doing a bushwalk, we'll walk together and talk about the challenges they're facing, and then if need be, we'll sit down together and do a one-on-one session just we're sitting here together and doing either hypnosis or neuro-linguistic programming or emotional freedom techniques, whatever works best for the situation. But
what kind of blocks are people facing when they come and see you?
Generally people aren't really aware of their blocks, but they'll be manifesting in like procrastination a lot. Procrastination, lack of motivation, anxiety, generally speaking, and I guess depression as well comes up, all which are mainly manifest from high stress situations. In today's world, there's a lot of men out there who are stuck living a life because society said that's what they should be doing, and haven't found that real drive in themselves and that purpose, and probably haven't found that masculinity that I think is really important, in that it's probably lost a bit in today's world. That's not being the kind of guy who fights, it's the kind of guy who's got the courage to be emotional at times, or stand up for himself if he needs to, but as well as have that physical presence that he can handle himself if he needs to in other situations as well. So it's about creating authentic men, basically.
Hi! So I've just finished my day out with Niall, and I'm feeling really positive and very motivated after being in the space of such a great attitude and mindset. I'm really connecting back with nature as well while we're there. An unexpected benefit is I got home and I did my gardening that I had put off for 6 months. So definitely kicked a little bit of procrastination there. So I'd highly recommend Niall to anyone who is really ready to break through their own fears and their self-limiting beliefs and start believing in themselves a little bit more and living more authentically. So if that's you and you feel like you're ready for the journey, jump on board and get in touch with Niall. His details are below. One-on-one sessions through his business Upwards Focus start from packages for $499 for 2 1.5-hour sessions. And if you'd like to do a bit of a way experience like you've seen in our video, then these start from $299 for an overnight experience. And Niall's got a great special on today for anyone who wants to do a full weekend away. Normally this is $995, but today if you sign up below for the next week, it's $695. So jump on board and get really ready to make some positive changes in your life. And the last great thing that we've got for you today is Niall is offering 3 lucky viewers a free 30-minute consult so that you can start to plan how you're going to overcome all your fears and barriers. So if you email his address below, he'll be able to get back to you and let you know if you've been one of the lucky winners. So thanks very much, and I'll see you next time.